We're back. All right, guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is worked out now. We're going to get to your questions. So hang tight. Don't worry. You didn't miss anything in terms of that. You know, we always get to your super chats, your comments, your questions. Haven't even gotten into that yet. We were just talking about how great the Colt offense is. That was it. So if you did drop a super chat already in the first few minutes or way before the stream even started, we got them. Don't worry. So those of you who already super chat, hang tight. We're going to put them up here first. First things first. Reminder. Actually, I should wait. We should wait for people to come on here, but it's too late. Underdog. Okay. Let's do Underdog. Underdog is partners with us, and we are partners with them. So you haven't tried Underdog, you should try it because you get the free pick. Thursday night, it's Jalen Hurts just getting 1 yard. Take that, and you'll win it. You can combine that with any other pick that you like. And on the I'll Start Sit videos, which I know y'all watch, we tell you some of our favorite picks. So you can combine this free pick with any other pick that you like, and you have a good chance to win. So try Underdog now if you haven't yet. And if you are new to Underdog, make sure you use code ENDGAME because that gets you the free pick. It also gets you a 50% deposit match, so you can claim up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash, depending on how much you deposit. Free money, free pick, fun times, good chance to win. It's worth it. Try Underdog. All right. We're going to get to your questions. We have super chat saved. Let's see. We're gonna screenshot it. Don't worry, we got problem-solving skills here.
Oops. How do we do this? All right, whatever. We'll just do it this way.
That works.
There we go.
Ooh,
there we go.
All right. So let's see if I can read. Zachary Savoy was the first one. This was almost 3 hours ago. Is that right? Okay.
No, hour ago.
Oh, this is your time.
This is my time. Okay. This is my time.
Only an hour ago. All right. I forget. He's on the West Coast. He was mad early. Zachary Savoy. See if I can read it. 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex, and a tight end.
All right. We got Zay, Amari, Pickens, Jennings, Achane, Gibbs, Audric Estimate, Kraft, Laporta. I'm going to go Zay and Pickens at wide receiver. I'm going to go Achane, Gibbs at running back, and I'm going to flex Jennings with Laporta at tight end if he plays. He did not practice today.
Yeah, something to monitor there for sure. Like Zay and Pickens, Achane and Gibbs for sure. Yeah, I mean, agree with all that. Jennings and Laporta at the tight end.
Yeah.
You go Laporta. All right, Zachary, there you go. Quinn, what is up, Quinn? Home stretch. Currently, 7th needs a move. Oh, are we missing something here? Like we might be missing.
Yeah,
something.
We're probably missing. So Quinner, when you jump on, type. I'm guessing there was more. I'm guessing there was more to this. You don't have to super chat it, obviously. So type it in there.
Yeah. Go ahead and put that in there. We'll get to yours. All right, now we're going to go to Christian Pedroso. Needs 2 receivers in a flex. D Hop, Pickens, Sutton, Downs, Reed, Tillman, JMO, and then a quarterback question.
I think you got to go Burrow over Purdy. Although I do like Purdy again this week, but I think you just got to keep rolling with Burrow. He's been on fire. Wide receiver, I'm going Pickens. Ooh, this is actually close between Sutton and Tillman for me. But I have them both as solid starts. I think I'm going to go Sutton over Tillman, but that one is super duper close for me.
I mean, Pickens, you have to start Pickens, right? Pretty much just have to start Pickens. Okay, so there's number one.
Oh, but we need a flex? Oh, well, why am I stressing?
What about Reed?
Oh, man, I know, but it's not really a good spot for Reed against the Bears, and they They give the fewest points to slot wide receivers. I don't know. I think if it's my team, I'm going Pickens, Sutton, Tillman, but I could make a case for Pickens, Sutton, Reed.
I'm not saying I would start Reed. I'm just asking because there's a few good options here. I'll say Pickens is a must. I think you got to roll with Sutton this week, and then I like Tillman and Jameson Williams both. We just finished filming the booms. I got them both. I'm gonna go with Jameson Williams. Think it's gonna be a big JMO week, but Tillman could have a big week. Reed is always a decent option. D Hop, not a great spot for D Hop. So yeah, those would be my three.
And then Jordan and Cody just dropped their chats were separate. So Jordan and Cody, just drop your chats, regular chats.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys are back on here. Let's do now Coltrane Padawan. Welcome back. 2 running backs, like the Kermit. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. HN, CMC, Breece Hall, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker. Remember, only can pick 2 of those. Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, Deebo Samuel, and Cortland Sutton.
I think you got to go HN, CMC at running back. Nico, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. It doesn't say if it's PPR. Man. Deebo, Hall, Walker. Those are my choices for flex. I think if it's PPR, I'm going to go Deebo. If it's complete non-PPR, maybe I'll go Walker.
I mean, matchup wise, it probably should be Breece, but then you're counting on the usage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're counting on, and I really don't feel like somehow the Cardinals blew out the Jets last week, right? I don't feel like the Colts can blow out anybody, much less, with Anthony Richardson. Let's see, maybe Anthony Richardson is great, but still, I don't think they're going to get up ahead. You feel like it should be a big Breece game, but I think I'm going to go Deebo here at the flex. You got to go HN against the Raiders. Doesn't matter. He came off a bad game. It's the Raiders. So CMC, HN, Nico, if he plays, Garrett Wilson is still startable. And there you go. You don't have to do 2 Jets at once.
There you go.
Dusto, Dobbins or Devontae Smith in half PPR.
I'm going to go Devonta Smith. I mean, Dobbins gives you the higher floor if you just want that. But it's not really a good matchup for Dobbins against the Bengals here. And we saw Gus Edwards start to get more involved last week. I know Devonta Smith didn't come off a big game last week, but he still has a great matchup this week. I should say a good matchup. I know the Commanders have been better, but I still have a hard time benching Devonta Smith for a guy like Dobbins. So I'm going Smith here.
I'm waiting patiently for another big Devonta Smith game. Thought it might be last week. It wasn't last week. Maybe it's this week. If nothing else, though, they will have to pass the ball more this week. I mean, they didn't have to do much of anything last week to rout the Cowboys. So, yeah, I think you got to go Devonta Smith here. Because we talked about the Chargers game a lot. I feel like that's going to be a little bit more in the passing game for both sides, but especially the Chargers. So, Dobbins is okay. He's still fine. But let's go the upside of Smith. And Jake the Snake got beat by Jamar this week. All right. Needs a flex and a super flex. Darnold, Flowers, CD, Del Lamb, and Laporta. So we need a super flex, and there's only one quarterback. You got some good options.
Well, I'm definitely flexing Flowers. I think I still need to super flex Darnold. I know Darnold was terrible last week, but I mean, like CeeDee Lamb, Tank Dell with Nico back, Laporta, like I don't know. I'm still super flexing Darnold with Flowers to flex.
Yeah, I think you still need to. I mean, if it was CeeDee Lamb from a couple weeks ago, you had to start CeeDee Lamb, but it's not. Let's hope Darnold gets better. But yeah, definitely want to start Flowers.
All right, and then we got some more here. Here we go.
All right. So again, hopefully everyone's still on here. Well, actually, let's just do Jake the Snake. He's got a second question.
All right.
Got him here. Other league, RB and a flex, Monty Pollard, Jacoby, and D Hop.
Monty Pollard, that's a tough one for me this week. I think I'll give Monty the edge, even though he's getting less touches. He gets the Jaguars. He could always score. I'll give Monty the slight edge over Pollard just because of matchup, although that one's close. Myers Hopkins also close, actually, because it's not a great matchup for Hopkins this week again against the Bills. But also not a fantastic spot for Jacoby. Jacoby gets just more targets. I think I'll actually. Wow, man. These are tough. This one's tough for me, Jake the Snake. Monty and Jacoby.
Yeah, Monty, you've got to feel good about. It's Jacksonville. I mean, come on. Let's go Monty here against Jacksonville. And then you probably want to flex a receiver. I think I'm fine with Jacoby over Hopkins because it's not a good spot for Hopkins. But that one is close. All right, now let's go with Samantha Pfluger. It's a 10-team PPR. Welcome back, Samantha, by the way. Starting Nico, hopefully. Fingers crossed there, too.
Yes.
Can't decide which Niner receiver to go. Jennings did outperform Debo, but you did say Jennings popped up on the injury report.
He did?
Isn't that what you said? Oh, I thought you said that.
I don't think so. No, I didn't say that. He might have, but I didn't say that. But I'm not worried. I haven't heard anything to worry me about him. But I still think I got to go Debo here. I don't think I could put Jennings in over Debo yet. I'm still starting Debo over Jennings.
Yeah, well, it was. This is tough because Jennings actually has been better than Debo this year when he's played. But I don't know. Debo gets more touches manufactured in the backfield. You know, he's used in different ways than Jennings. I don't know that the matchup necessarily favors him, but I still feel like Debo is the play. So I don't know. I'm analytically, honestly, it might be Jennings. Jennings might be the stronger play. And he has been more consistent, but it's hard to say consistent because before last week, they had to buy him. Before that, he didn't play for 2 games. So, I know. I'm wondering honestly now to myself if it should be Jennings. But again, if this is my team, you're asking me, I'm probably playing Debo.
Yep, playing Debo.
But look, after this week, yeah, maybe we'll change that tune. Mr. Bleach, aka Bert, Angry Bert. Trade James Cook and Sutton for Evans and Ramondre.
Yeah, I think I do this. I like the wide receiver upgrade Evans over Sutton. And I do prefer James Cook over Ramondre, but I think Ramondre is good enough at running back to get you by. So I think I take the Evans Ramondre side here.
So this is a good time. Not only is it a good time to trade for Evans, it's probably your last chance to trade for Evans right before he comes back. Do it. Do it now. I think you're going to be happy that you do this. Anybody who bought low or buys low on Evans. Well, it's probably your last chance because your trade deadline might be up. Who knows?
That too.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
All right, then we got a couple more.
Sammy, let me see if Sammy dropped the question in the chat. Might have done that. Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, let's see if we can do this. There you go.
All right.
On the same screen at the same time. Good evening and welcome back. Bateman, MVS, Quentin Johnson, Pearsall, Mike Williams. Just one. Only one of them.
Man. I do like QJ again this week, but I also understand that QJ is super, super, super risky. I am not falling for MVS. I don't think I'm ready to put Pearsall or Mike Williams in line. It's between Bateman and QJ, but I think I'll go Bateman, even though it's not a great matchup for Bateman this week. He got 8 targets last week, had 6 catches, 54 yards. Like, Quentin Johnson only got 2 catches, 2 targets last week. Even if they throw more, 4 or 5 targets? Like, he's not going to get 8 targets. So I think I'm still going Bateman here.
I thought you would go with your new boy. I'm just giving him that title just for no reason. Your new boy, Quentin Johnston. No? All right. I'm
very risky.
I think these are all risky. These are all risky. Not doing MVS. I might go Quentin Johnson. I like his matchup. I like the potential for points in that game. I don't think you can start Mike Williams yet. Pearsall, again, it's without that one play. Sure, he could do that. But Quentin Johnson's done it how many times now? Got a long touchdown. I've got to say.
Once, twice.
Gotta say, getting kind of impressed by Quentin Johnston. So I'm going to go him. All right, Seth Swirsky. 12-team PPR, only 9-1.
Jeez, nice.
With CJ Stroud. You have CJ Stroud and you're 9-1. That's impressive. Got Derrick Henry. That might be part of the reason. Got Jamar Chase. That helps. Kittle, Jaden Reed, Ladd, Monty, who to flex? AD Mitchell, Keenan. Ooh, Etienne or Mike Williams.
I'll just go Keenan here. I don't love Keenan, but you can't feel good about AD Mitchell with Pittman back and Anthony Richardson back and not starting Etienne. Too soon for Mike Williams. Let's just go Keenan Allen. At least he gives you something.
Yeah. Keenan Allen, maybe. Maybe the new offensive coordinator does wonders here. Probably not, but maybe. But yeah, maybe. AD Mitchell, you can't start him now. Etienne, like whatever. No, come on. In this matchup, there's no way. And Mike Williams, no thanks. So it's Keenan kind of by default.
All right. So that was all the previous ones. And Cody jumping on. Yes, Cody. So we had to restart the stream.
Yeah.
So I know you dropped a super chat earlier. So if you want to just drop your question in the regular chat, we will get to it.
There you go. And thank you, everyone, rejoining us on this stream or hanging with us or whatever you had to do. Hopefully YouTube behaves from here on out. But things happen.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yep.
So the first super chat that I see was the one right after Sammy's. I think this is hopefully the next one you got. 9-ball Bori. What's up? Buys and injuries hitting hard this week. Needs a receiver and a flex between Odunze Worthy, your boy, Pop Watson, DeMarcus Robinson, or Noah Brown.
All right. Well, you need 2 of these guys here. I will go QJ as one of them. Man. QJ and gosh.
Maybe the same logic as Keenan Allen, like, hey, Waldron's gone. It's gonna be like, like the Wizard of Oz when the house lands on the witch and they're like, hey, we're free.
I mean, maybe. I guess. Sure. Odunze, this is tough. This is tough here. This is tough.
Again, look, Worthy just doesn't need to be on rosters anymore. Let's give up on Worthy. Noah Brown, I don't think you can start him. D-Rod, I'm just going to go Odunze and hope something good happens there because I just don't feel great about anybody else. So it's Odunze and, of course, Quentin Johnston. Mary Jo, good question. Yeah, anybody who did drop a question, if you got the membership on YouTube, then if you retype your question, appreciate that. We'll definitely answer those. And of course, we have to answer Daniel Maldonado, also from Mexico. Thank you, Daniel. Who should I roster, Shakir or Tillman?
I think it's got to be Tillman. I just think he has just way more upside than Shakir right now. I think Tillman's the guy.
Tillman's the guy. Shakir should have boomed last week, didn't, despite opportunities. Bad matchup this week. Bye next week. Cooper and Coleman probably back the week after that. Yeah, go Tillman. James Biggs failed to pick up a running back, so let's pick up some scraps here. Who's the best leftover? Akers, Pirine, Khalil Herbert, White. Which White?
I'm gonna assume Zamir, and I think he's gonna be my best pickup here because there's a chance coming out of the bye with the new OC that maybe he's the starter again, and it is a good matchup against the Dolphins. So Zamir is going to be my pickup here. If that's Rachaad White, it's definitely Rachaad White, but I doubt it. So Zamir.
I like the phrasing at the end. Doesn't want to upset the bench. Don't want to like a locker room, cancer, and someone will disrupt the chemistry.
Exactly.
I'll say White too. Derek Gonzalez. Down Shakir, Tyreek, Pearsall, Higgins, bench 2.
Well, assuming everybody plays, I'm benching Pearsall and I think Downs. It's another good matchup for Shakir. I know you see the Chiefs, but they give up the second most points out of the slot. And I just have to be a little worried about Downs with Anthony Richardson now. So assuming everybody plays, I'm benching Downs and Pearsall. If Higgins doesn't play, then obviously it's Pearsall and
Higgins. Yeah, I mean you're still starting Tyreek. This doesn't matter how disappointed you are, you still got to start Tyreek this week for the most part. Higgins, if he plays, big if, but if he plays, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Pearsall is the one I feel least confident in, and I mean, should be Downs, but how great can you feel about Downs with AR?
Not very.
Pick a quarterback. Stafford, Carr, Rodgers.
Stafford. I'm not. Fell for Aaron Rodgers last week. Not doing that again. I've not fallen for Derek Carr ever again. Let's just go Stafford.
Yeah, it's not a terrible spot for Stafford. He still has Puka and Cooper Kupp. And then Njoku or Andrews.
I think you got to go Njoku this week against the Saints.
It's the Saints. It's a good matchup. Go Njoku. And yes, this is. I won't put it up here because then we'll get canceled. It's still, the shadow conspiracy exists. Goodell and his goons trying to cancel us from speaking the truth. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly. Jim Irsay coming after us now.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Lotus is being offered Najee for Brock Bowers. Already has Andrews.
Nah. If they'll take Andrews for Najee, sure, but I think I just want to keep Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough. I don't mind getting a good running back for Bowers. This is close, but not quite. Rodolfo Sanchez. Welcome back. What about Saquon and MVS for CMC and Debo?
You have to take this. You have to take the CMC Debo side. Like, I mean, okay. Legit question now. We saw a game of CMC. He basically was a workhorse. He came out of it healthy. Rest of the season, CMC or Saquon, who you got?
I mean, it's pretty close. I think it has to be CMC.
I agree. I think it's got to be CMC now. He's got to go back to the top of the food chain there at running back, and you're getting Debo instead of MVS. That's not even like a question. That's not even close. That's like, what is going on here? Yeah, CMC Debo side by a mile.
It's got to be. I always find it entertaining, as I know you did too, when somebody trades for the guy who's just picked up off of waivers, who was 1% rostered, and that 1% came probably in the middle of Sunday after he caught those 2 touchdowns.
Well, MVS last week outscored Debo in like the last 3 games, so why wouldn't I take MVS?
That's true. That's true. Rough times, in half and quarter.
All right.
2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. K9, Chase Brown, Dobbins, B-Rob, Rico, Nico, CD, Cup, Pickens.
Rough times. I love you, and I love your support of us, of course. But didn't we answer this exact question last night?
I believe.
So I guess are you just checking to see if maybe we woke up in a different mood today, like change our mind or something? I'm going. Well, I will say in fairness, okay, Brian Robinson is playing, but I'm still going Walker, Chase Brown at running back. I'm going Nico. I'm still going Nico, Cup, Pickens.
Yeah, I remember, because you're like, we really benching CD Lamb? Yes, we are. With these receivers, you can do it. And then with drop Ferg, yes, you can drop Ferg if you have Hawkinson.
Yeah, and I think I said drop him for a guy like Charbonnet.
You did.
He's out there.
Good. That's good memory.
Yeah, see,
maybe
that's what he's doing. Maybe he's testing our memory, which actually is good, because I need that. So, ask this question again tomorrow. See if I remember. Or I guess Saturday. I guess we're not on tomorrow. Or no, it's Thursday. Yeah, ask this question again tomorrow. See if I remember.
Or the answer is different. I don't even remember what I had for dinner an hour ago, so that's fine. Space Ghost, coast to coast.
Space Ghost, coast to coast.
That's right.
Show was so dumb but so funny.
It was great. Was it Brack? Is that what his name was? Brack?
Yeah. So dumb.
That was so good. Good times.
So funny.
But what's the better trade? Chase Brown, Swift, Reed for HN in London, or Reed and Swift for London?
I think the first one's better, because you're getting HN in London, and you're only adding in Reed, or you're only adding in Chase Brown, but you're so basically you're going. It's still right. It's Swift and Reed for London on both trades, but in the first trade, you're upgrading from Chase Brown to HN. So I want the first trade. Yeah,
the first trade, you're getting an RB1 and I think it's safe to say now, again, pretty much wide receiver 1, right? Low end, but wide receiver 1. Or, RB2 types. And even Jaden Reed kind of fluctuates. I like the first trade.
Yep.
John Smith. Have Cousins. Can I drop him in a 10-man? Yes. Okay, so for Goff, Stafford, Smith, or Tua, who would you rather have than Kirk Cousins this week?
Goff. It's got to be Goff. I know Goff coming off that terrible 5-interception game, but now he gets a home game against the Jags. He's got to be able to rebound this week. Goff.
Yep. I said it before. Last week was the negative regression game for Jared Goff, and it just happened to all come in the first half of the same game. Hey, at least he got it out of his system, right?
Right.
Just get it all out there. This week should be good regression. Jake Tansey, T. Pickens, and Jacoby Myers at receiver. Have Mixon, James Cook, B-Rob, Bucky, Pacheco. Any thoughts? Thinking of Bucky and T for Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm just keeping Bucky and T.
You could do, if you could do like Bucky and T for Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, that might be worth it.
Definitely. Or I think you could probably do, like, if you really want Harrison, T, Pickens, Jacoby. If you really want Harrison, you could probably do Brian Robinson for Harrison, although I don't know, he hasn't played. So maybe not, but I don't think you need to give up both those guys for Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. Because if T. Higgins actually plays football this year, then
Hey, he was
should be
limited
pretty
today.
much
Limited practice today. Baby
Oh.
steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, he like dipped his toe in on the field to feel the grass.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay. If T plays, he'd probably be just as productive as Harrison. You know what I mean? Like that's close. So yeah, I just don't feel like it's enough upgrade. I don't mind trading T, but yeah, try for a little bit better receiver. Jordan Olson got Henry for Reed and Monty. I think that's a win. Have
Yes,
Hurt,
definitely a win.
Gibbs, Henry, Sun God, DK, Ferg, Jennings. Ooh, it's a 14-teamer too. That's pretty good.
Nah, why are you gonna?
What?
Why are you? Oh.
Well, you just got Henry. Now you want to trade Henry? Why do you want to trade Henry? Henry, Ferg, Jennings to get Aaron Jones, Odd Neighbors? No,
definitely not.
And I don't want to trade just because of a bye week. Every player has a bye week.
I know, but what's with? Why are we getting all these questions with people where their first playoff week is week 14? What are we doing here? This shouldn't even be a thing. This should not be a thing. Gotta fix your fantasy league.
Yeah, instead of working on trade, you got to work on the commissioner.
Yes.
But anyways, so Jordan, don't want to sell Henry, but also not a good time to get Otten because Evans is going to come back after the bye, which by the way, you couldn't play Otten this week anyways. Neighbors not looking very promising either way with either True Lock or Daniel Jones. So you're taking a downgrade at running back. Bryce Sluka wants to know Dobbins or Jennings in non-PPR.
I think I still go Jennings here. I'm not feeling great about Dobbins, although it seems like every time I start to feel like not great about Dobbins, he randomly has a big game. But Gus Edwards looked actually good last week and got 10 carries. Hassan Haskins got a carry inside the 5. I think Jennings has enough upside even in non-PPR. I'm starting Jennings.
Could be a big week for Jennings. I mean, legitimately debating Juwan Jennings, Deebo Samuel. He's up there in that tier. Of course, there's no guarantees, but you shoot for the upside. Anthony G's dropping this from before. All right. We need a streamer. It's got to be Russ.
Gotta be Russ.
Yeah.
I do like Jameis, but I don't think I can sit Russ.
Yeah. It may be this week's obvious trap, like everybody's on, but you got to take a chance, right? You got to. You can't just.
Yes.
Tron Force needs 2 receivers in a flex. Cup, Tyreek, McLaurin, Mooney, D-Hop, JSN.
Got to start Cup. Got to start Terry. And I think you still got to start Tyreek. How long are we going to say this for? Really? Like, okay, serious question. If Tyreek goes out there this week and has whatever, like another just okay fantasy game, 12, 13 fantasy points, like, are we done saying like, are we done saying like he's a guy we feel like, I know we don't say he's a must start anymore, but like we still feel like he's a strong start? Are we done? Are we just like, okay, that's it, it's over?
It's going to depend. That's what's almost worse is it's not like a guy like he's hurt, like Mike Evans out 4 weeks. Okay, I sit him and I can replace him. I have to replace him. I have no choice. It's like he hasn't been so bad and he's not hurt that he's not playing. He's out there and you feel like he should smash and he's just.
Wow, we can't. You're muted. Oh, you're mute.
I have started this week against the Raiders, but yeah. It's Cup, Tyreek, McLaurin. I will say this. I'm worried about the wrist because now we're hearing surgery is a possibility. What if the Dolphins, even though they pulled out the win last week, what if they lose? What if they lose again? What if it's like, hey, maybe we should just have that surgery now?
True. Possibility, definitely.
Anyways, I'm still starting this week, though.
Yeah. Still starting him this week and ready for the pain.
Doug Fenton needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Have Achane, Brees Hall, Walker, Jacobs, Garrett Wilson, Flowers, Jennings, BTJ, and Tillman.
Oh, man. I'm actually going to go Achane and Walker. I like Walker this week. Not a tough San Francisco run defense. Had 25 carries and 3 catches the last time we saw Seattle. So I feel good about his usage versus Brees Hall. So I'm going to go Achane and Walker. Although Jacobs, no, I think I'm going Achane and Walker. I'm going Wilson and Flowers at wide receiver, and I'm going to flex Jennings in full PPR. Man, tough to have Brees and Jacobs on the bench.
Yes, yes, it is. But I guess with the way the Jets have looked, and you have good enough running backs, you can sit Brees. Yeah, I think I am good with all of that. All right, good luck, Doug. The Checo is 5-5. Pick 2.5. Reed Smith Mooney.
You got to go Reed and Smith. Tough matchup for Mooney and Drake London this week against the Broncos on the road. Like, I'm not completely out on them, but I'm pretty close to out on them. So I'm just going to go Reed and Smith.
Yeah, I don't love the matchup for Reed either, but he could always hit that big play. Mooney's mainly just kind of a low-ish, kind of like a floor play. So let's go Reed and Smith. It's half PPR. Thomas. Debo and Achane for DK and Bijan.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think if I had to choose, I'd take the Bijan side only because I prefer Bijan to Achane.
Yeah.
But I think it's very fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, DK Debo are pretty similar, right? They kind of in the exact same tier. But you gotta have to prefer Bijan. Over the last, 5 weeks, he's been on fire. So
yep.
Anthony is here. What's up? Sutton or Waddle?
Gotta go Sutton. Okay, we're still on the fence about Tyreek. I am 100% done with Waddle. What are we waiting for from Waddle at this point?
Yeah.
Done with Waddle.
I mean, I'll say you can still put him in as a flex because it's the Raiders and because, maybe, but
no, I'm not even doing that. You know how many weeks I've put him in as a flex because of the matchup or whatever? Nah, 8 points. I can get 8 points off the waiver wire. Waddle.
Yeah. There you have it. I mean, it's Sutton anyways. Sutton this week for sure. I'm going forward. All right, Mary Jo, there's the question. Thanks for hanging with us. 8-teamer, Hurts and Daniels. Which one this week?
Let's just go Jalen Hurts here over Daniels.
Yeah, I'm going Hurts. Najee, Bijan, B-Rob, Connor, Tracy, Pacheco. Okay, we can't start the last 2, so which 2 running backs? Bijan.
Can't start the last 3, so Bijan and Brian Robinson, he's playing tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Bijan, B-Rob, and then 2 receivers in the flex. Got H.E. Brown, McLaurin, Nico.
Yep, those 3.
Wow. Yeah, you can't play Evans or Harrison either, so there you go. Andrews and McBride.
Still got to go McBride.
Yeah. It's crazy. He's been one of the top fantasy tight ends without even scoring a touchdown somehow. I mean, that tells you.
Wait, no, McBride's on
bye too.
Yeah, you got to go Andrews. McBride's on bye. Got to go Andrews.
Yeah, keep forgetting. Humberto lost a bet and has to go Nix or Richardson.
Nix. Give me Nix. Not starting Richardson.
I mean, if the bet was you have to inflict the most pain and anguish by picking the quarterback that's going to agonize you most, it'd be Richardson. But if you want who might score the most points, it's Nix. CMC and Gibbs, okay. Kelsey, tight end, needs 2 receivers. CD Hill, Adams, Tillman, Ridley. Mike Williams.
Oh, man, this is tough. I still think you got to go Tyreek. I'm going Tillman. I'm going Tillman against the Saints. Tyreek and Tillman.
Golden opportunity missed. Missed your chance to pick Calvin Ridley with confidence. No confidence, Calvin Ridley. I like Tillman. I do like Tillman's upside this week. But I'm gonna go Ridley against the Vikings. I mean, sure, Will Levis could throw like 4 interceptions and get sacked 5 times, but I'll still go Ridley. He'll find a way. And by he, I mean Ridley, not Levis. Flex Aaron Jones or wide receiver.
No, I'll flex Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones this week.
Yeah, flex Aaron Jones. All right, there you go. Trone Force. Trade Jason for Ramondre.
Yeah, give me Ramondre.
Good way to kind of sell high here on Jason. Other receivers, running backs. Yeah, because, Ramondre, Monty kind of be interchangeable. You need more depth. Looks like you need more depth at running back. Yeah. All right, Cole Blackman. Start 2 and 2 and into flex. Cook, Jacobs, Pollard, Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, Cedric Tillman. And then you got Ingram and Hawkinson at tight end.
Going Cook and Jacobs at running back. Hill, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver, and I'm flexing Tillman.
Yeah, not flexing a tight end here.
No, and I'm going Hawkinson at tight end.
Yeah, I was going to say with Ingram, again, if I can avoid playing Jaguars, I'll do it. You have Hawkinson, you don't need to play Ingram. Okay, and this is interesting. We're still getting to the super chats, but I'm going to talk about this. Big Lou was offered Tracy for Hunt, straight up.
I'm taking Tracy here by a mazillion miles because Pacheco is back at practice. He may not play this week, but he'll probably be back next week. And even if you don't think Pacheco is coming back to a workhorse role, he's coming back to a role. And that's going to hurt Hunt. So give me Tracy by a mile.
I agree. This is a great trade on both ends because you're both selling high-ish on Hunt, at least selling while you can on Hunt, and you're getting Tracy at a good time because he's on bye. So, yep. Take Tracy. Deck. Flex, Tank, or Chubb? Are we talking which Tank?
I'm assuming Tank Bigsby. I'm not starting Tank Bigsby if he even plays. Dealing with an ankle, dealing with the Jags, dealing with Mac Jones. I'll just start Chubb. If it's Tank Dell, I'll start Tank Dell, but I'm assuming Tank Bigsby.
Right. It does say flex, but if it's Dell, it's Dell. If it's Bigsby, it's not Bigsby. Burrow or Daniels?
I'm still going Daniels.
This is a little tricky because Burrow, I know he's been on fire. It's not the best matchup with the Chargers here. I have a little bit of concern with Daniels. Not starting him. I'm not worried about starting. He's definitely startable. Just being, elite for fantasy. But I will say this week, based on matchup, I'll give the edge to JD because he should be able to have some success passing the ball against the Eagles.
Well, I will say real quick about JD because I was looking into this today about this whole rushing thing and that people are worried about. So his game logs this year, 28, this is in regular 4-point passing touchdowns, 28, 13, 28, 25, 20, 25, 22, 19, 8. So prior to last week, he'd gotten you a 22-point game and a 19-point game. So he was still a stud. Okay, yes, he has not scored a rushing touchdown since week 4, but his rushing yards, even the last 2 games prior to last week, even the last 3 games with the rib injury, 50, 52, and 35. Now, okay, last week he only had 5 rushing yards, but the Steelers, they were like, we are not going to let Jaden Daniels run on us. Like they made a commitment to stop the run. I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to stop him from running. So I still think Jaden Daniels is still one of like a top 5 fantasy QB. I think the whole people being worried about the touchdowns and the rushing and the ribs is being a little overblown. But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, and you can't predict touchdowns, especially rushing touchdowns. They come and go. My thought on this, and I could be wrong, it's happened before, is teams are doing exactly what you said. The defenses are now scheming to eliminate that. There's like, okay, what do we have to do when we face Jaden Daniels? Try to take away those deep shots, right? Those long passes to Terry McLaurin, which doesn't always work, but that's what they're going to worry about, because who else are they worried about covering, right? And try to not let him run all over you. Get a spy in there, do something. So that's why I still feel really good about Brian Robinson when he's healthy rest of the season, because again, this is going to help. A rushing quarterback helps the running backs, right? We know this is good for JT having Anthony Richardson back there. It's not bad. Maybe not great for the receivers, but that's a different story. But yeah, I think Daniels is still very good. I'm not worried about starting him, but I'm just saying that it's like, okay, I got Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I don't think Jaden Daniels is there. He's like another notch right below. Burrow doesn't give you the rushing. He's just been throwing it so much and so well. But it's the Chargers, so I'll give JD the edge this week. And okay, Freddie Rod, let's answer your question. Would you drop Dowdle and pick up Estime?
Yeah, why not? I mean, what are really the hopes for Rico Dowdle in this Cowboys offense? I mean, I'll just see what Estime can do here.
Might as well take a shot here. It's nothing else you don't have to worry about. The idea of playing a Cowboys running back. I mean, I think Rico is fine. Still to hold. He's going to have some value, but I don't think it's significantly greater than Estime. So I see Cody Greenwood. Did we do this one already? Can't remember.
No, because we only had his super chat, but not his actual question from the previous stream. So
okay, so because I saw it start. Trading Tyreek for Metcalf. Got a bonus. Got DK and Joe Burrow for Tyreek and Kirk Cousins.
Nice, very nice. And I'm still going Burrow over Russ.
Yeah, this is where we don't get too crazy. It's like, it is possible that Russell Wilson doesn't throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah, so still start Burrow. And then Mary Jo, now wanting, okay, well, what if Nico doesn't play? Then who's your pick? She said Lad Ridley, and who would you drop to pick them up?
I don't know who you have to drop to pick him up. My pick would be Ridley, but I'm like 99% sure Nico's playing this week. I think D'Amico Ryans basically said he's playing this week.
Yeah, and if it truly was a game time decision, which again, take that with a big grain of salt, he did practice at least once last week. He was technically close, so yeah. So assuming he plays. Anthony G. Set the lineup: Mooney, Higgins, Cooper, Waddle, CMC, B-Rob, Algier, Justice Hill.
All right, well, I assume you need 2-2-1, so we're going to go CMC, B-Rob at running back, and we're going to go – I'll just rank them because I'm not going to flex Algier, Justice Hill, so you're going to have to flex a wide receiver, so I'll rank them, assuming they all play. I'll rank them Higgins, Mooney – No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to rank these guys. Waddle, Cooper, I guess.
You wanna put an NA up there, like no ranking.
Yeah, just take 0. At least if you don't start somebody in your flex, you know you're getting a 0. Like there's no disappointment at the end of the day when you get the 0. You knew you were getting a 0. It's like I'm not disappointed. I knew I was getting a 0.
That's true. That's true. Set the bar low. You won't be disappointed. You could drop Hill and you could pick up somebody to get you some points, right? If you need to. This is now leading into a T. Higgins question. Juice 420. What's up, Juice? Somebody drop T. Higgins. Tired of him. Probably won't get him, but you never know.
You never know, but that would be nice.
Even I wouldn't drop T. Higgins. Brado blends. Non-PPR, pick one. Elijah Moore, Mike Williams, Josh Palmer. And this is non-PPR.
What? I'll just go Mike Williams and pray. Brado blends. How we get here?
In a non-PPR, Josh Palmer is interesting. He's all about the big chunk plays and maybe a touchdown, but Mike Williams does get the Ravens. So let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like if Russ throws for 3 touchdowns, maybe he gets one again.
Right. All right, now we got J1364. Welcome back, Jay. Full PPR. Thanks to the bye, got Etienne and Warren starting. On the bench is Estime. On the waivers, Mostert, Gus, White, and Davis. I'm guessing that's Zamir White.
I mean, I guess roll with who you got. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, there's a chance Zamir's the guy, but there's a chance he's not. And then you're just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, Etienne was clearly the guy last week, so for whatever that's worth. Not worth a lot, honestly.
Not too much. I will say this. I might, just so that I don't have to have a Jaguar in my lineup, go try Estime out over Etienne, just because.
Yeah, I don't think that's terrible. Like, Mostert, man, 0 carries last week, 2 catches. What?
Yeah, this makes me really think the Dolphins' offense is just broken. I mean, the running game isn't as effective. Tyreek Hill, Jalen. Anyways, yeah. All right, let's move on. Get depressed. Vinny Vargas trade offer. Rashad for Rico Suave. Of course, he's got Suave.
Vinny, didn't we do this one last night too? I feel like we did this one. We said definitely take Rashad White. Definitely.
Yeah, I know it hurts to remove the smoothness from your roster, but you go Rashad White. Probably have more fancy value. Kill switch 13. What do you think about this? Is this enough? Trade CD to get Courtland Sutton.
Oh, man. Oh. I don't know. Can I do this? I don't think so. I feel like I should still get more for CD.
Yeah, and I know what you mean. It's like I can see Sutton outscoring him the rest of the season. Well, what you can do if you're the CD owner, and maybe not too much longer. Again, if your trade deadline's this week, just go fishing, right? Throw them out, put them out to say hey, or just maybe it's not usually a good thing where you say hey, anybody want player X? Because they're like, oh, of course you don't want him. So then it looks like you're just trying to offload him. That lowers his value. But just make some more offers. See if you can get something a little bit higher. And if you can't, you know what? I might do this. Cali Kid. Trade Stevenson for Connor.
I prefer Connor still. I am a little worried about Trey Benson, but man, Connor's been so good. I don't think Trey Benson is taking Connor's job. He's just been too good.
Right. Yeah, that's it's close, but I think I prefer Connor as well.
Yeah.
Disley, Taysom Hill, or Freiermuth.
Let's go the Muth. Let's go Muth against the Ravens.
Yep, go with the Muth, and then need to flex Judy, QJ, Moore, Jason, Ricky, or Thomas Jr.
Can't go Thomas Jr. this week, but good news. They're saying Trevor Lawrence back after the bye, so don't go dropping Brian Thomas Jr. yet. But this week I'm going Judy.
Yeah, I don't know. I might go QJ and just hope for the big game. Might go QJ. Yuya Oda. Help. All right. Jalen Hurts, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, A.J. Brown, Amari Cooper, Dallas Goedert, Jerry Jeudy, Anthony Richardson, Bucky Irving, Rashad White, T. Higgins, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Quentin Johnston, and Hunter Henry. It's 2 QB, but it also looks like point per first down.
All right. Well, I don't really know how to judge point per first down. Well, I only see 2 QBs, so I guess you're going Hurts and Richardson.
What are your feelings on Cooper if he even plays?
I don't feel good about Cooper.
I mean, I'd say right now you want to put T. Higgins and hope he plays.
Yeah. Higgins, A.J. Brown at wide receiver. Dobbins, Edwards. Well, Irving and White are on bye. Well, I guess you got to start Hurts and Dobbins. I mean, Dobbins and Edwards, because I have to start Gus Edwards in the league. Doesn't feel good, but everybody's on bye. Actually, I have to start him in 2 leagues. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. That's his lineup. So Anthony Richardson ends his lineup. Yeah, Higgins over Cooper.
Yeah, everybody else. I mean, you're not many choices, right? I'd like to start Buck Earring, but you can't this week. So just roll with it. Not much else you can do. I mean, I don't know if you really need Hunter Henry. It's not like significantly different from Dallas Goedert. Just pick one, go with it. Maybe pick up another running back so that you don't have to start Gus Edwards. But if there's nobody better, then stick with what you got. Basic money. Happy Wednesday. Looking for 2 receivers in a flex. London, Downs, Jennings, Ridley, Cooper.
I think I'm going Jennings, Ridley, London. I don't love London this week, but I don't love Downs or Cooper either. So London, Jennings, Ridley.
There you go. Finally got Ridley in your lineup. London, Jennings, Ridley it is. And then Vinny also wants to know Waddle or Addison.
Oh, geez, Vinny. Oh, my gosh. Which disappointment do you want to flex this week? Which disappointment do you feel like flexing? I mean, Addison on the road against the Titans, that is not good. I mean, Waddle gets the Raiders, but this actually isn't a good matchup for Waddle. I mean,
yeah, I think it's probably a worse matchup for Addison, but I also feel worse about Sam Darnold. I mean, in this case, I would go Waddle.
Yeah, I guess Waddle. Whatever. Neither. Take the 0. Like, what's better, getting the 0 that you know you're going to get, or the 7 points?
All right, well, let me ask you this. So this is really test. Is this a case where like Jalen Waddle, MVS? Would you go? Would you go MVS?
MVS is probably going to get a 0-2 this week. People are going to be so let down by MVS this week. Probably.
So you would go Waddle?
Yeah, still go Waddle.
All right, just making sure. Make sure we're not that.
See, the thing with, at least with Waddle, I know disappointment is coming. Like, I know. Like, with MVS, it's like maybe he can go off again like he did last week. And then you get disappointed when he doesn't. With Waddle, it's like, no, I knew I wasn't going to get anything. I knew I was going to be disappointed. I knew it.
So what do you want? It's like the balance, like the actual points or the disappointment. Like
right. It's like, yeah, you go to bed, you're fine. You sleep well that night because you knew you were gonna get disappointed. So it's like fine.
Yeah, take your 5 points from your flex and tuck it under your pillow and
exactly.
All right. J. Wilson and Mooney, flex Stevenson or Tillman.
If it's any kind of PPR, I'm going Tillman. If it's like non-PPR, I'll go Stevenson.
And then what would you move around in this lineup?
I mean, I might honestly move Tillman in over Mooney and flex Stevenson. I mean, how good can we feel about Darnell Mooney against the Broncos?
Yeah, I thought about it because even in PPR, Ramondre does catch some passes. He could score. He's been scoring touchdowns.
Right.
You know what? Maybe let's do that. Just throw. Well, you don't have to move it around. Well, I guess you do. Yeah. Okay. So Tillman instead of Mooney and flex Stevenson. There we go. And then, speaking of MVS, Jordan, estimate or MVS?
I would take option number 3, Brian Robinson. I'm not worried about a snap count coming back from injury. They already said he's playing. It's Tuesday, and they already said he's playing. No, it's Wednesday. Yeah, see? This is why you got to test me every day, rough times. But anyways, they already said he's playing. He's off I think he's off the injury report completely. He's not even on the injury report. So I'm taking Brian Robinson here pretty easily.
Yeah, if they already said he's playing, you can't assume there'll be a snap count. That only happens with guys coming off serious injuries, like long-term injuries. Like a guy's been, out for the entire year from an ACL or something, but he missed a couple weeks. It was a hamstring. He'll be fine.
Yep.
Anthony, what's up? Kept Brees and JT. Nice.
Hey, you're getting 4th round value from Brees.
Do I keep those two at that cost or drop one and add Amon-Ra at 1st round cost? I mean, yes, Amon-Ra is worth a 1st rounder, but what's the point of keeping him? You can draft a guy just like that in the 1st round.
Exactly. And I mean, okay, I know Brees has been disappointing, but I'm pretty sure if we had drafted Brees in round 4 instead of round 1 as a top 5 pick, people would be like, oh, yeah, Brees is fine, right? They'd be like, yeah, Brees has been okay. Like, Brees has been fine. Like, no one would be that worried about Brees. It's only because he was a top 5 pick. You got him in the 4th round. And look, Aaron Rodgers saying he's going to be, why are you going to play next year, Aaron Rodgers? Like, okay, I mercifully got Joe Flacco off my TV, finally, thankfully. When do I get Aaron Rodgers off my TV? Oh. Actually, you know what? It's not going to happen because I'm about to see this guy in the Pat McAfee show every week.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And now we lost Pierre.
I'm here.
Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back. Okay.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I need Aaron Rodgers off my TV.
He might be off the Jets or off the field, but you're never going to see him off the TV. He's going to he will not go away. Guarantee that. Okay, but the answer is here. Keep those two.
Yeah.
Jay. Full PPR with buy, starting Etienne and Warren, has estimate on bench available on waivers. Those guys. Wait, I think this is the same one we did already. Yeah.
Yeah, we did this one.
Trishawn Tyson. Pick 3, DK, Jennings, Flowers, D-Hop, Devonta Smith-Dell.
I'm going with the first 3. I like those guys this week. D-Hop, tough matchup. Dell is like okay with Nico coming back. And Smith, I do like Smith, but not as much as those guys.
Yeah, first 3. First 3 it is. And then, let's see if I can say this. Atoy from? Unless I'm missing something. Atoy from.
Oh, we're losing. Now we're losing Pierre.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you keep cutting out.
Great.
Chuba for Sutton. I probably prefer Chuba, but I don't think this is terrible. Like if you're desperate for a wide receiver, but in a vacuum, I prefer Chuba.
It's reasonable, right? I feel like it's reasonable. I just realized he says it's Anthony, so that's supposed to be Anthony, but the N is flipped.
Guessing he fat fingered it.
All right. I was like, Otoy from like what? Got it. Jordan Dumas. Flex. That was the one we already did also. Repeat.
Oh, we did this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Robinson. I'm going Brian Robinson.
Jason Alonso. What's up, Jason? Main lineup is Baker, Garrett, Debo, Saquon, Tracy, Ferguson, Devontae. Just made a trade where I get James Cook, AJ Brown, Bowers, Tua, sending Devontae, Ferguson, Dowdle, and Bucky. What?
I mean, that seems pretty good for you. You're getting James Cook, AJ Brown, and Bowers, and you're sending Dowdle, Bucky, and Ferguson and Devon. Yeah, that's a big win for you. Big win.
This is like a fleece. This looks like a fleasing.
Yes, this is a fleece. Definitely.
You're getting a stud receiver. You're getting a very good running back. You're getting top tight end, into it. And then you're giving up a good but not studly fantasy receiver, a tight end that nobody needs, a running back nobody needs. Bucky's good, but yeah, this is how are you doing this? This is a huge win for you. Okay, yeah. Well, if you already did this, good job. Cody, that's the same one too. I think we got some repeats. Juice. 14-teamer. Winston, CMC, Gibbs, Devontae Adams, Jennings, Ingram, Tillman, Bigsby, Dobbs, Mason McConkey, Waddle. Any changes? I think Winston will limit it to 2 interceptions.
Maybe. But it's okay because I'll have 4 touchdowns, so it's okay.
Right.
Seems to get Adams, Jennings, Ingram. Well, I will say Adams not practicing yet with the wrist injury and an illness. I think he ingested too much dust into his lungs, making him sick.
Mm-hmm.
So if Adams is out, I probably put Dobbs in. But if not, I leave it as it is.
Like with Winston, I'll just say, unless your league gives some sort of a massive penalty for interceptions, it doesn't matter. He can throw 2-3 interceptions and still have a good fantasy game. So I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I mean, Devontae Adams. It's not a great spot for McConkey. I guess just keep Devontae Adams in there. I guess. I don't know. Big man fishing. What's up? Wilson, Goff. Just need one quarterback.
Goff. I know it's tough to bench Wilson, but man, Goff at home against the Jaguars. I'm gonna go Goff.
Yeah, both in great spots. So go Goff. 2 running backs. Walker, B-Rob, Pollard, Estime.
I'm going Walker and B-Rob.
Yeah, I think that's good. 2 receivers. Hill, Jennings, Metcalf, Myers, Downs, Tillman.
Oh, man. This is tough. My gut was just to say Jennings and Metcalf and sit Hill, but can I really sit Hill for Jennings?
Well, we do need a flex.
I think I got to go Hill and Metcalf.
We
need a flex?
Yeah.
All right, Hill, Jennings, Metcalf. Yeah, Hill, Jennings, Metcalf then.
All right. And Ridley is on the waiver wire because this is an 8-team league, by the way. I don't know. Drop Downs to get Ridley?
I'm not, but go for it if you want.
I mean, you can. All right. I might do that. Let's see. Okay, so Cody, let's just do this real quick. This is something different. He's saying because he has Kyler on bye, should he make a trade Burrow and Brees for Derrick Henry?
I mean, if you can do this, I do it. Let's get Derrick Henry. Although you have CMC, Kyron, HM, Brees, James Cook. I mean, yeah, why not? You can start CMC, Derrick Henry, and HN or Kyron every week. Why not?
Yeah, James Cook just on your bench. Sure. Why not? I don't know about this. Jordan Olsen, you ready to buy low and DJ Moore?
Nah. I'll sell high on him if people think the new OC is going to save him.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Exactly. Jesus Tapia, welcome back. JD London, Colin Evans, Auden, HN Connor, JT Pearsall being offered Garrett Wilson for Drake London.
Who do I prefer? Wow. I don't even know who I prefer here.
Feels pretty fair.
Didn't I see something where like Drake London has a terrible rest of the season? I mean, Broncos obviously this week, then Chargers, Vikings okay, Raiders, Giants. That's not that bad. Commanders, that's not that bad. How's the Jets? How are the Jets schedule? Colts, Seahawks, Dolphins, Jags, Rams, Bills. Yeah, I don't even know. This feels no.
I mean, does it help your team? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't help your team. Like,
yeah,
no real reason to take this.
Yeah, Cali Kid is down, still worth a start. Well, it depends. Wilson, Winston, Tua needs one. Oh, probably still Russ.
Yeah, Russ here, and no, don't drop Brian Thomas Jr. Well, I mean, Jennings is out there, but I don't want to. Yeah, Mostert is droppable. Mostert I would drop for Jennings. Don't drop Brian Thomas Jr. They're saying Trevor Lawrence back after the bye.
Yeah, so don't drop BTJ, but you can definitely drop Mostert. Yeah, pick up Jennings. So in this case, if you're asking here, like if this is all the same team, you can start Jennings over Downs because you're going to pick him up.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Jordan, I see. Are we starting Jonnu Smith or Jake Ferguson?
Jonnu Smith was such a disappointment. I mean, that whole game was a disappointment, honestly. But he gets the Raiders this week. I'm gonna go Jonnu Smith again.
Yeah, it's fine. It's probably not a big difference here.
Probably not.
Ricardo Andrade. 10 team, full PPR, pick 2, and a flex. CMC, Swift, B-Rob, Ridley, Ladd, Judy, DJ Moore, Hawk. Is Hawkinson a must start? Not quite.
Not about a must start, but he's a strong start. Definitely a strong start. CMC, B-Rob at running back. I guess Ridley, Ladd, Judy. I'm not starting DJ Moore. So Ridley, Ladd, Judy. Or no, you got Swift at the flex? I might go Ridley, Judy, Swift. Just not really feeling a big Ladd week again.
Yeah. CMC, B-Rob. Ridley, I guess, is your number one receiver. Yeah. Hope you got a lot of guys on bye or something. Dropped Stroud for Herbert. I think that's fine. Yep,
that's fine.
Yep, there you go. He's asking how to get the membership because he's always on here. There's a button that says join somewhere. I don't know. Can't see it on our end, so there should be a little button that says join. Somebody probably in the chat can help out, I think. ASM. Choose two. Devontae Adams, Ridley, Jennings, Tillman.
I'm going Jennings and Tillman.
Yeah, don't want to start Devontae Adams if I don't have to, and I don't think I have to here. Jennings and I'm tempted to go Ridley. I do like Tillman this week. Let's just make it unanimous and go Tillman. All right, here's Quinn. Quinn got the question in. Would you trade Terry for James Conner or JT or hold? He's got Love Nico, Marv, Terry, Jason, Tillman, Coleman, Hall, Rico, Sharps, Corum, and Gus.
I would not trade him for Connor. I'd probably trade him for JT. Nico, Marv, Terry. I mean, well, you got Tillman. I mean, really, your running backs outside of Brees Hall, like Rico, Charbonnet, you can't start those guys. I would trade him for JT. You need JT.
Yep, this is fair for JT, and you do need help at running back, so let's do it. Just really, really hope that Nico plays. He should play this week, but really hope he plays. You're fine with a guy like Tillman. I know you don't have Marv this week, but Tillman is in a good spot. You can play him. Yeah, I don't really want to have to flex. I mean, you can't flex a tight end this week, but it's fine. I will say it feels like you have a lot of handcuffs here. It's fine to have one or two, but like your entire bench shouldn't be guys who need an injury, right? You got Charbonnet and Corum, and and Gus. So yeah, we'll see. You might need to pick up somebody to stream this week. All right, but do that trade, Joe. Stoked for my new starters. Okay, let's see. Right. 14 teamer: Lamar, Gibbs, Walker, Nico Mooney, McBride. Flex either T, Harrison, or Reed.
Wow, that is nice for a 14 teamer. I'm going T number 1 if he plays, Harrison number 2.
Yeah, well, this week can't be Harrison because he's on bye, so you can go
True.
Reed.
I guess Reed number 2. That's right.
And I think we kind of talked about this earlier. Mooney, not a great spot. Would you go Reed over Mooney?
Yeah, or T if he plays, or Reed. Probably both over Mooney this week. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe start T, assuming he plays, and flex Reed. Any defense preference rest of season? Nope. So we don't play defense that way.
I have no rest of season defense preference. Stream. My preference is to stream defense rest of season. That's my preference.
Yep. Tony Thomas, what's up? 12-teamer needs to free up a roster spot. Drop either Pop, Pearsall, Benson, Warren.
I can just drop Pop or Warren, honestly, but Pop probably. Like, what's the upside with Pop?
Yeah,
let's drop Pop.
Yeah, you can drop Douglas because exactly. I'd rather keep one of those running backs who could, get more prominence here in their offense. Rather have Pearsall than Douglas. Looks like Mark Evans is in the house.
What's up, Mark?
It's another tight end question. Your favorite, Tucker Kraft or Taysom Hill?
I'm going to go Tucker Kraft here. This is not a good spot for Taysom Hill against the Browns. Kraft, before the bye, 6 targets, 4 catches, 34 yards. He always has a chance to score, so I'm going to go Kraft.
Yeah, I don't love Kraft this week or going forward. It's got a tough schedule, and it looks like the Packers are healthy receiver. But I mean, Taysom Hill didn't even do anything last week when they had nobody to throw to. So just go Kraft. He could score. Okay, so Michael Bryan is saying he's not totally sold on CMC.
Wait, what?
I don't know. See that maybe he's just a little nervous, a re-injury, something like that. Okay, but he's got the luxury of having Bijan, Mixon, Tracy, B-Rob, and Estime. Okay, so I guess he's asking about benching CMC.
I am not benching CMC personally. I am not doing it. No way, no how. I mean, you're like worried that he's going to get hurt this week? That I don't know. I'm playing CMC.
Yeah. It's nice that you have Bijan and Mixon. B-Rob is startable. Tracy's looking good, but yeah. Should he trade CMC if he doesn't want him?
Yeah, you could trade CMC, but I'm still playing him. And I will say one thing about Mixon. I mean, look, the volume is still there and all that, but he's starting to look more like the Mixon we remember. Like a inefficient volume-based running back again. So, I mean, the volume is there, but 44 yards last week on 25 carries. Like, come on. I know it's the Lions, but come on. Come on, dude. It's not the 85 Bears. It's the Lions.
True. Yeah, we'll see. I wonder if he does start to wear down a little bit.
I don't even know it's wear down. I think it's just like, oh, he's just turning back into Joe Mixon. Because early in the season, it was like unbelievable watching him run. It was like, who is this? Is not Joe Mixon. This is not Joe Mixon running. Yeah. Last week, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Joe Mixon. Just running into walls. Just running into walls. Stop him. Stop him. Like just running into walls.
Michael, I mean, if for some reason you're not sold on CMC, maybe you get an elite wide receiver for him. I guess you can do that.
Very elite.
Very. Yeah. Not CeeDee Lamb anymore.
No.
Niner fan 13 gave D-Hop and Kincaid for Puka.
Big win. Big win. Well done.
Who's trading for Dalton Kincaid right now? I think he's dropping.
I don't know. And who's trading away Puka right
now? Well, yeah, that too. Ross Wong, Flex, Tillman, or Devontae?
I have Devontae in the higher tier, but I really wanted to put Tillman in that tier. And I had some doubts about putting Devontae in that tier. But I think I still have to go Devonta Smith over Tillman, although part of me feels like I might regret that.
Yeah, Devonta Smith he's one of those frustrating players, right? It's big game or nothing. There's not much in between. Still, the numbers say he should be in line for a good game this week. I don't think I could sit him for Tillman. Again, it wouldn't shock me if Tillman outperformed him, but I would start Devontae. Albert Sanchez needs 2 receivers. Tyreek, Nico, Higgins, Pickens. Okay, now it's going to get tough. Again, we can probably just ignore the last 2. Oh, okay. Well, let me read the whole thing because we do need to flex. Now let's see this. Okay, so 2 receivers, 2 running backs, Bijan, Kamara, Benson, Mostert. I think that's pretty easy. It's Bijan and Kamara.
Yeah, so you're going to flex a wide receiver here. So you're going to go Nico, Tyreek, and Pickens.
That's what I would do. I wasn't sure if you were tempted to put Higgins over any of those guys.
No, I don't think so. I feel like last week should have been the last straw with Tyreek Hill, but for some reason I'm giving him one more week just because I don't know. I like pain, I guess. I just like suffering and pain. Yeah, so I'm going to give him one more week.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even matter the matchup. It's the Raiders, whatever. Let's see.
Well, he just faced the Rams that gave up 180 yards and 2 touchdowns to Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Right. Let's roll him out there one last time before his wrist surgery. For old time's sake. And then at tight end, Taysom Hill or Will Disley?
I'll go Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Go Taysom Hill here.
All right. Let's do John Wickering. Start 2. Cook, JT, Stevenson, Chubb, Estime.
JT and Stevenson. Not ready to put Chubb in yet. JT and Stevenson.
JT definitely going to start. Stevenson.
Oh wait, Cook. I missed Cook. JT Cook. Sorry, JT Cook. I missed Cook. JT Cook. Although I will say I'm not as high on Cook as I normally am, but still like him more in Stevenson this week.
Yeah, it's not a great matchup for Cook, but I'd still put him over Stevenson. And then pick 2 receiver: Lamb, McConkey, D-Hop, Jennings, Mike Williams, and flex 1.
Oh no! I might just flex Stevenson, but I think you got to go Jennings here. Can I go D-Hop over Lamb? It's really not it's another not great spot for D-Hop. I kind of think we're going to do similar to what we got last week. I think I probably still go Lamb over D-Hop this week. And then I think I'll flex Stevenson. So I'm going to go JT Cook, Jennings, Lamb, Stevenson at flex.
Yeah, I think with this group, you can still start TD Lamb, which again is so weird to say. And then he actually had the same question. Let me just put it up. Same question, but the bottom added, keep Chubb or Estime rest of season.
I don't know. I might just keep Chubb. I mean, he is getting all the carries.
Might wind up being kind of the same guy.
Yeah, they really might, honestly.
Neither one.
Two guys that don't catch any passes, get a bunch of carries, and are stuck in not so great offenses. But I probably still prefer the Browns offense with Jameis. So I might keep Chubb here.
Yeah, I think Chubb will probably have better chances to score going forward, you know, the end zone kind of thing. So give the edge to Chubb. Stephen Cotto needs a quarterback. Herbert, Russ, Geno, Tua, Knicks.
I'm going Russ out of this group.
I do like Herbert, but again, I think you almost have to trust that matchup with Russ and the Steelers. Start 3: Swift, Downs, Jennings, Devontae Smith, Flowers, DJ Moore. It's PPR.
Jennings, Swift, and Flowers. Although in PPR, I might put Smith in over Swift, actually. Jennings, Smith, Flowers. Jennings, Smith, Flowers in PPR.
Yeah, Flowers I feel best about. Jennings next, and then Smith is third. So agree there. Okay, so now we have. Let me try to get it right.
Nice.
Gursehapal Singh. Hopefully that's right. Traded Lamb for Puka. That's good. Should I start Gibbs or Puka?
If it's full PPR, I'll go Puka, although I really do like Jahmyr Gibbs this week against the Jags. If it's not PPR, I'll go Gibbs.
Okay, sorry, let me pull this because he commented also down here. Got Kyron, Henry, Jefferson, and Chase. Man, that's pretty ridiculous lineup.
Very ridiculous.
Would you start? I mean, okay, so say Puka. Would you start Gibbs over Kyron or Henry this week, based on the matchup? Who the Rams get? The Patriots.
I'm not starting. I'm not benching Henry. I don't care who they play. I don't care if they play the Steelers.
No,
not benching Henry. I might go Gibbs over Kyron. That's close.
Yeah, it's a great matchup. I think I could do that. I don't mind. I don't mind doing Gibbs over Kyron and start Puka. Let's do that. All right, Cody. Now that end question. Needs a streamer, and these are streamers. Out of all those guys, or the refined Chris method, just keep your expectations realistic and take the 0.
Look, you might as well get some points. Like, what are really even Trey McBride? What are your expectations with Trey McBride? Double-digit PPR points? He's not gonna get you 20, 25, because he, you know what I mean? Like, what really? It's tight end. I'll happily take my 7 or 8 Will Dissly points. Although I will say, if T. Higgins ends up being out again, I probably just go back to Gesicki. But if not, I'll take my 7 or 8 Dissly points.
Yeah, Gesicki if Higgins is out. If not, I guess it's Dissly. Here you go. J.R. Fuentes got a trade offer. Get Josh Allen and Hubbard for Shakir Hunt and Stafford.
Oh, you have to take this.
Oh,
yeah. Have to. Kareem Hunt is about to go the way of the dodo bird. Shakir is fine. Stafford is fine, but you're getting even if Hunt was going to be the lead back all year, I'd probably still take Chuba. And you're getting Josh Allen for Stafford. Yeah, you have to take this. Got to take this. Have to.
Absolutely have to take that. Who again? Why is somebody offering this? I don't. I'm trying to figure out the logic. What
Yeah,
they think they're gaining from this,
I don't know.
but
It's
whatever.
like, Matt, like, man, Chuba's been awesome every week. Man, Josh Allen's been awesome every week. You want him?
Yeah, yeah. I really want Matt Stafford. Just take it and run. Take
Yes,
it and
take it
laugh.
and run.
Mike O'Brien now needs 3 of these: AJ Brown, DK Pickens, Sutton Tillman, Jamin.
Assuming they all play, it's the first 3. If for some reason DK Metcalf doesn't play this week, then I'll put Tillman in, probably over Sutton slightly.
I really like all these players this week, but it's the first 3.
Yeah.
Knight, Walker. Had Eckler for the flex, but yes, B-Rob is back. Adams is sus. Ramondre Pollard, Jennings, or Ridley.
Well, I would have gone Jennings at flex even without Brian Robinson, but now definitely Jennings at flex.
Yeah, that's all you need is one of these guys. It's Jennings. It's not Adams. My second choice would be Ridley. So there you go. We got George Brennan, question below. Traded B-Rob and Algier for Harrison and Bucky Irving. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I mean, you got to prefer Irving to Algier for sure. B-Rob Harrison feels like a very fair trade, so I like it.
I definitely like it. Then traded Lamb, Harrison, and Chase Brown for Mixon and McLaurin.
I think you gotta like that too. As much as I just railed on Mixon being inefficient, it doesn't matter because the volume he's getting, so it doesn't even matter. And McLaurin's been great. Yeah, you gotta like that too.
This feels more even as far as value, but I still like it. You're getting it's 2 for 3. You're probably getting the 2 best players in the deal. It's close. How are we feeling about this trade? Good. Both are good. He's saying his team now is Hurts, Connor, Mixon, Bucky, Nico, McLaurin, T, maybe next year Higgins, Dell, MVS, and Goddard.
All right. I like it. Let's go. Start winning. Start winning, George. Now until the end of the season.
Here's the question. If T says not this week, Dell or MVS? I mean,
Dell. I'm not falling for the MVS trap. We've been here before. Not doing it.
It's definitely Dell. Definitely Dell. And it was disappointing last week. Let's forget last week. Let's move on. And you know what? I'm glad you brought this up. I'll give George props for this because I was a little bit kind of hinted at this with Bucky Irving buying low. I want to get Bucky if I can. He does have a great schedule rest of the season. And, I mean, he's looked really good. Mike Evans will be back after the bye, I'm pretty sure. And this offense is still looking decent, even without those receivers. Yeah, I like Bucky. I'm not going to say he's a league winner or anything like that, but I like Bucky rest of the season. I'm Gucci, you Polo.
All right.
Nice. All right. Sit one. Brown, London, DK, Tyree. It's PPR.
I think I'm sitting London.
Because of the Surtain shadow.
Yeah, the Surtain. Like I know a couple weeks ago, Zay Flowers had a nice game against him, but Zay Flowers plays all over the place. Like he plays in the slot a lot. Drake London is going to get a lot of, you got to think, going to get a lot of Surtain. Very nervous for Drake London. I know it's not a great matchup for Chase Brown either, but he catches all those passes. I might regret this, but I think I'm sitting Drake London.
That's what it comes down to here. I mean, DK, if he plays, you play DK, right? Still starting Tyreek Hill for unknown reasons. Chase Brown has the worst matchup, technically, with the Chargers' run defense. You got to wonder. But he has been used very heavily as a receiver. That's the thing. I feel like the floor is higher for Chase Brown because he's getting all the carries and he's being used as a receiver. But I wonder if that goes away if T. Higgins comes back. So I'm going to cheat and say if T. Higgins doesn't play, then yeah, I'll start Chase Brown and I'll sit London. But otherwise, I might go London over Chase Brown. It's close. How about this? Raiders 77. Devontae Smith, Ricky Pearson.
Going Devonta Smith here.
Yes. I know this is looking backwards, like Ricky Pearson scored last week. Devontae Smith didn't. Probably going to work out differently next weekend going forward. Okay, Joe Molina. Cedric Tillman or DK Metcalf?
If DK plays, I'm playing DK Metcalf.
So you keep saying, when people ask, who can I get, who can I trade? And you like DK Metcalf. I bet you can. People are not sure whether they should start DK Metcalf. And I say this, here's another one. Landon J, DK Higgins or Dobbins at the flex.
Well, I understand because he typically, the 49ers have done a good job against DK Metcalf historically. So I think that might be part of the reason. Like people might,
could be.
They look at that and they say the 49ers always shut down DK Metcalf. And didn't they sort of shut him down? Well, they did shut him down this week. Remember that was this year. Remember that was the game where his big toe was out on a touchdown, and he had that 55-yard touchdown called back on a Kenneth Walker illegal procedure because Kenneth Walker motioned out and didn't get set. I mean, if he scores those 2 touchdowns, nobody's talking about how much the 49ers shut down DK Metcalf anymore. So I think that's probably why we're getting the DK questions. But DK Metcalf just has too much upside for me to bench. So I'm going DK.
Yeah, we're still, for the most part, saying if you got DK, you start him. I mean, you might be right. That could be part of it. I really think a lot of it, too, is just hasn't played. Hasn't helped my team for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
true. It's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
That's true, too. So I go DK here, Landon. If DK doesn't play, I go Higgins. If Higgins doesn't play, then you're going Dobbins.
Well, yeah, it's very possible. Isaiah Drexler, start 2 receivers, CD, Higgins, Devontae. A lot of Devontae Smith concerns as well.
Yeah, I'm benching CD here. Unless Higgins does, if Higgins doesn't play, obviously you're playing him. But if Higgins plays, I'm just going to bench CD.
Oh, man. T. Higgins, huh? T. Higgins. It should be a good Devontae Smith week. Again, it should. I'm going to trust the matchup. I'll say I'll start Devontae Smith. You know what? I would probably just go to Smith and Higgins if Higgins plays and if Higgins is healthy. John, back to the Chubb estimate thing. He's saying it's just for buy and play. It shouldn't matter. Hopefully, it doesn't matter. But I don't think that changes anything, right? Just you saying Chubb.
Yes, saying Chubb.
Let's see who else is next. Okay, we did not answer this, but we're almost caught up to the super chats. Let's do a couple of non-regular chats. Ryan Spiegelhalter, Chase, Nico, Terry, Devontae Smith, sit 1.
I'm going to sit Devonta Smith here. I can't really sit those other 3.
I mean, you don't even need to ask about Chase. If Nico plays, you really shouldn't ask about him. You got to start Nico. And then, this week, start Terry. So there you go. Mateo Feo. Here are the tough questions. Rest of season, which of these quarterbacks is the least unappealing?
Anthony Richardson. At least he gives you some rushing. I'll gamble on that.
That's exactly it. Go with the potential upside. Again, potential. There's 10 Braxton. I've thought about this. Not that we don't have many other things to think about, but besides just the end game and the underdog, the end game shirt, like just as a logo, custom merch, custom shirts, hard pass. You have one just says hard pass.
Hard pass.
and he's in a void. Is that something?
I think it's supposed to be. He's an avoid.
A void. Yeah.
But it probably when we talk, it probably sounds like he's in a void,
which is not good either. Yeah.
Right.
Cali Kid. Pickens for Nico.
Give me Nico. Give me Nico.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to say, well, maybe wait after this week to start Pickens, but yeah, you can't wait till after this week because you won't be able to get Nico. Yeah, just do this. Do this. And we have a membership from Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. And by the way, I mentioned it briefly in passing, but Underdog, just to remind anybody on here, do have some new people, I can tell, some new viewers. So glad you all joined us and found us. If you haven't, for some reason, tried Underdog, check it out. We partner with them, and if you sign up for the first time on Underdog, use code NGAME. You get a free pick. We talk about it on our videos, and you get it's there. I wasn't sure. I was just going to do it real quick. The free pick this week, if you do it right now, for example, tonight or maybe tomorrow before the game, Jalen Hurts just getting 1 yard. That's your free pick. You take the higher for 0.5 total yards. That's a free win for you, and you can combine it with any other pick. Good chance to win your very first try doing NFL pick'ems. Don't forget, they also have college football, NBA, NHL, WNBA, baseball, whenever that comes back around, esports, golf, tennis, pickleball. Okay, I don't know if they have pickleball, but they probably
probably do, though.
They probably
do.
I haven't gone that deep. The point is, you like sports and you like making picks and trying to win money, this is a good place for you to be. You get a free pick, and you also get a deposit match up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash for your first deposit, which is free money. So just make sure you use code NGAME when you check out to take advantage of all that. So try it now. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but we also have an app. It's called Draft Lane. So anybody who enjoys the super chats, using the chats here, but maybe you haven't super chatted, or you have more questions, or you want to do it without getting your name online on YouTube, fine. Use the app. You can chat with us on your phone. Use the App Store or Play Store to download it for free. It's called Draft Lane, and you can just ask us questions, and one of us will answer them. Start sit, waiver wire, trade, anything else football related. So check out Draft Lane. Okay, what else we got here? Let's do some more as we almost caught up. Steady. Flexing. Terry McLaurin or Josh Jacobs?
If it's any kind of PPR, I'm going Terry McLaurin. If it's complete non-PPR, I'll go Jacobs.
Yeah, I like Terry McLaurin this week. It's hard. He's not quite a must start, but he's pretty close. He's pretty
right.
Close. Go McLaurin in PPR, which, by the way, I also mentioned Mateo Feo merch. Well, okay, we don't have those shirts yet. We'll work on that. But we do. If you do want an Endgame custom shirt, it's bearclothing.org. So check out Bear Clothing and then just search Endgame and you'll find it. We got a little section there. So get a shirt that matches ours. Cody says we've been getting a lot of Devontae Smith questions, so he wants to pile on that and ask another one. Devontae or Jacoby?
I do like Jacoby, but I'm not as much as Devonta Smith. I'm going Devonta Smith here.
Yeah. Jacoby's fine, but it should be a good Devontae Smith week. It should have been last week. It doesn't always happen. Juan Pena Jr. was offered Debo and Waddle for Kenneth Walker. Should I counter offer with Stevenson for Debo straight up? I mean, if you can do that, then yeah.
Well, yeah, if you can do that. I don't know. I feel like if you really need wide receiver help and you're deep at running back, like if Kenneth Walker is your RB3, RB4, because you're stacked at running back, I think it's fair. I think Debo for Walker is fair, but I prefer, in a vacuum, I prefer the Walker side.
Yeah. And again, this comes down to Waddle just really not helping your team, right? Like if Waddle meant something, if you're like, okay, well, I can start him at least as my wide receiver 3, but it's not enough anymore. If you can get Debo for Stevenson, yeah, do that. All right. You know what you should definitely do? People are now asking about the merch. First, make sure you have a copy of Shrek 2 on DVD.
Yes.
Need a running back, wide receiver, and super flex. Estimate Spears Sharp. Flowers Downs, May or Winston.
All right. Flowers at wide receiver. Winston at super flex. I might just, I guess oh my gosh. I guess estimate at running back. He should be the lead back there. So estimate at running back, Flowers wide receiver, Winston super flex.
Yeah, pretty easily. Those 3 for me. Estimate, Flowers, and Winston. Looking a little better. Having Drake May is nice. I know he's a Dynasty League too. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, see, 410 Braxton wants to know. We've got to make it happen. Got to make the custom merch happen. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, a couple more. Yeah, we are caught up. Let's do a couple more from some of our new viewers. Don't recognize this. Okay, let's do Kashal Frawarda. Start 3. Cup, DK, Flowers, Tillman, Dell.
It's the first 3 for me. If for some reason DK doesn't play, then Tillman would be my next choice.
Yeah, those first 3 are all good. And then 2 running backs. I think we feel pretty good about the first one. Eckler, Madison.
Yeah, I'm playing even with Brian Robinson back, I'll play Eckler over Madison. I'm not playing Madison. CMC and Eckler.
Agree with that. Fresh Nation. Kyron for Amon Ra and Najee.
You've got Terry, DK, Tillman, JMO, CD. You don't need Amon Ra. Your running backs are Achane, Brian Robinson, and Bucky. Like, that's okay. I think I'm just keeping Kyron here.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, look, a stud running back, stud receiver. It's pretty close. I think it's fair for those. Oh, he's saying he's 2-8, so looking to mix things up. But I don't know. I mean, Najee is probably not going to start for you, even if you do this. I don't know. Is that going to turn it around? I don't know if that trade turns this team around.
Yeah, I don't think the trade turned. No, like I don't think your issue has been like you're running like your issue hasn't been because you got your wide receivers. I mean, it shouldn't have been. Maybe it has been a little bit, but yeah, like so. Okay, you're gonna have Achane, B-Rob, Bucky, and Najee, but you'll have a Amon-Ra, Terry. I mean, I guess if you want to spice it up, sure, mix it up, sure, but I don't know.
This might be a team. Try to see what you can get out of CD Lamb now. DK coming back should help you. Terry is still a solid start. I mean, you got good enough receivers. Yeah, I just don't know if that helps your team get better. What about Anthony? On the flip side, he's 8-2. 3 receiver league. Got Ferg. Okay. Tracy and Ferguson for Hawkinson.
I want Tracy and Ferguson. I don't want to give up a running back like Tracy just to get a tight end.
Yeah. I mean, I understand wanting to upgrade, right? Ferguson's not great. Hawkinson looks good. You got Brown. I don't know if I would have traded Brown either. So could it be I don't know, maybe Tracy and Ferguson for Hawkinson and something, and a backup running back and a receiver that's like flex worthy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. Like, you got Gibbs, Walker, Brown, so I'm okay trading Tracy, but I want more than just Hawkinson.
Right. All right. Then let's see, Scott Wood. Would you trade? Ooh, okay. Super flex. JJ for Kyler and Ridley.
I think a super flag, man. I mean, if you really need a QB, like if your QB2 is or was Joe Flacco or something like that, I think this is fair in super flex if you need QB help. Yeah.
Yeah, only because it's super flex. And I did see if I'm remembering correctly, I think Kyler's got a much easier schedule down the stretch than he has so far. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's fair. All right, how low can you go on Waddle? Let's see. Derek Buck. Flex in a half PPR league, Waddle or estimate?
In half PPR, I might just go estimate. Like with 3 catches, 50 yards, what is that getting you from Waddle? I'll just go estimate.
Yeah, I guess because it's half. Because the Dolphins look broken. Rodney Alvarez needs flex Downs, QJ, or Shakir.
I think I'm going to go Shakir here. I like the matchup for Shakir this week. QJ has the upside, but he also has the risk of getting you like nothing. So I'm going to go Shakir.
Not feeling risky enough? I don't know.
No.
I might, because I don't feel like it's going to be a good Shakir game necessarily. But again, I feel like what is his ceiling, really? Again, I think you talked me into Quentin Johnson this week, so this is your fault. I'm going to go Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, but I keep saying no to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I like QJ, but I'm also realistic with QJ.
Oh yeah. Look, I think I've been too pessimistic on QJ so far. I think I've got to just admit, okay, it's not just a blown coverage here and there. It's not just, he's making plays. I know it's risky, but I don't feel like, well, Shakir's a sure thing, for double digits. It's like, all right. So I look floor, Shakir, relatively speaking, potential upside, QJ. All right, I like this one. Rahit Srikanth. D-Hop and Dobbins for Puka.
Yeah, give me Puka. Give me Puka.
Puka. Got to go with the Puka side here. And then this doesn't say it's super flex. Handy Ronnie. Kyler and Marv for Debo.
Only if it's super flex. Only if it's super flex.
So if it's not the single QB league, you would take Debo?
Yeah, because I still prefer Debo to Marv, and I assume if it is a single QB league, and you're willing to trade away Kyler, you have, or I don't know if you're getting Kyler, but I assume you'll have a decent QB. Like if your QB is awful, if your QB is horrible, then okay, maybe I could take Kyler and Marv in a one QB league. But if you have any decent QB, I just want Debo.
I think it's fair. I mean, I guess it depends. You need Kyler or not. If he's just like a throwaway, sure, you can do this to get Debo. It helps your quarterback situation, and I assume you're getting Debo because you're saying for Debo, so it's fine. Fins Miami. Want to start Tyreek? Should you start Tyreek? Tyreek and Flowers?
Yeah, I'm going Tyreek and Flowers here still. One more week. He gets one more week. I don't know why I keep giving him another week, but he gets another week.
This is it. This is it, Reek and Waddle and everybody.
Oh no, I'm already done with Waddle.
Yeah,
I'm done
well,
with
that's true.
Waddle.
Waddle had his chance. What's up, Brian? Yeah, sliding in at the last minute here, no problem. Would you rather have Flowers, Lamb, or Debo rest of season?
Ooh. I think I still go Debo rest of season.
How's JJ Reed, BTJ, Lockett, Palmer? Well, okay. Flowers has not been what you'd say the most consistent, but that's not the worst thing in the world. You want the boom potential. You want a guy who can have big games more than just once in a while, as opposed to a guy who's consistently mediocre. You know what I mean? So,
True.
I still like Flowers, but I think probably unless we're really, really worried that Jennings somehow takes over the number one role, I think you still got to go Debo here. I feel like it's close with Flowers. Thinking of trading Flowers is why he's asking. Okay, so if you're going to trade somebody, who you're trading Flowers instead of Debo, I guess.
If I'm trading somebody, I'm trading Lamb, but I don't know. If you're in a league where people know what they're doing, you're not going to get a ton for Lamb right now. So, but I mean, what are you going to get for Flowers? People are pretty worried about Flowers because most people don't like that volatility, right? They don't want that guy who goes for like 25 or 5 or 25 or 7. They would rather have like that warm, fuzzy, safe feeling. So I don't even know if Flowers has a ton of value right now. But if I could choose, like if somebody was like, I'll take any of these guys, I would be like, okay, you get CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. And I know since these guys are all fairly close, the line is always what can you get the most for? Like who's got the most value in your league based on who wants these guys. So Adrian Michael in a 10 team or half PPR, drop love for Russ.
No. I still prefer Love rest of the season to Russ.
Yeah, and that's going overboard for 1 week. Sure, Russ could cook and bake and do all these things this week, but I still want Love rest of the season. Yeah, I would drop Love. Guy had the bye. He should be healthy. So. Domingo Salazar, Brown, Tillman, Hunt, Downs, sit one.
I'm sitting downs. Sitting downs here. AR back. Sitting downs.
Yeah. I feel actually pretty good about Hunt this week. Tillman could boom. Brown's probably the best of this group. How about this one? West Drift. It's a standard league. Jaden Reed or Ramondre?
Ramondre. Definitely going Ramondre in non-PPR.
Yeah. That makes it easy. If it was PPR, I might have to go Reed, but in standard, go the running back. Right, and then put this one up. This gives me another chance to say the name. Nail it. Ryan Spiegelhalter. We haven't had a defense question. It was weird. Yesterday we had like 10 defense questions for absolutely no reason.
Right.
Today we haven't had a single one. Go figure. So I guess because it was waivers last night, everyone's like, got to get my waiver claim.
True.
My defense.
Yes.
Have KC defense currently. Yeah, you don't want to start them. Saints. Nope. Colts, Broncos, Browns. Colts get the Jets. Broncos get the Falcons.
Yeah, Broncos get the Falcons.
Browns get the
Browns
Saints.
Browns get Saints. Saints get Browns. I'm probably gonna go Browns.
Yeah. Broncos are the best actual defense, but not the best matchup. Browns are the best matchup. Go Browns. All right. Finally, we could say we got a defense question in. And let's do a couple more. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Nailed it again. Oh, this is a tricky question, so let's ask it. Porter Paisley, is Amari Cooper worth starting?
If you're desperate.
I think it's okay to keep him on your bench. I did say if you need the space, you're in a shallower league, if somebody really good comes along, someone's like, DK Metcalf's a bum, I'm going to drop him. Okay. Then maybe Cooper's the guy that you can drop. I don't know if he's going to be worth starting, but not anytime soon, I think. All right, Brian's saying he's thinking of trading Flowers because Reed is already volatile. If you were to trade Flowers, would you trade him? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Why is this different?
I would trade him for. I'm not trading for CD. No way. I'll trade Flowers for Debo. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that you had all three of those guys. Yeah, wouldn't trade him for CD. Would I trade Flowers for Debo? I don't know. To me, that feels kind of lateral. But I guess, I don't know. Isn't Debo volatile too? Debo's not like Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, Debo's definitely volatile too.
Yeah, I guess you can trade Flowers for Debo. That's fine. And Zawada wants to know if he lost the trade, gave up Mooney for J.K. Dobbins.
I probably do prefer Mooney, especially in PPR, but I wouldn't say you lost it. I don't think it's a terrible deal.
Well, this actually makes me feel better. You kind of need a running back because Etienne, Akers, Estime. So
yeah,
it's fine. Dobbins wouldn't be the number one guy I would trade for right now, but you did need a running back, so that's not terrible. Anthony saying, what about Ferg and Tracy for Hawkinson and Ridley? Your favorite guy? That's better.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess. It's fine. Let's hope Ridley continues to produce.
Yeah, at least it's not Waddle.
True.
All right, Ryan. Spiegelhalter, one more time. Do you think Waddle's stock goes up if Tyreek is out, with surgery? It's a fair question.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, we're not saying drop Waddle. Keep him for now. Chris Gaston, pick 3. Who sits?
Pearsall sits. Definitely Pearsall sits.
Yeah. Yeah, this group is definitely Pearsall. All right. I think we're good for now. Anything standing out to you want to answer in the chat before we break out of here?
I think we got it. I think we got most of them.
Yeah. A little delay. We had a little break, it says this has been 2 hours. It was actually longer because we were on for a while before YouTube, before they tried to shadow ban us or whatever you call it again.
Whatever they're doing.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to be back again tomorrow before the game, Thursday night, as we always are. If you haven't already, hit notifications so you know as soon as we go live. And like and subscribe if you are new. Appreciate it. And check out all the videos because we got start sit for every position. We have booms coming out very soon. And so much more. All stuff coming out still on the weekends. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. And hopefully we'll see you all again tomorrow night.
Oh, we got one more.
Oh. We always do. Right before I hit the button.
Pick one. Not sit one. Pick one.
That's different.
I think you got to go Hunt.
Yeah.
I think I go Hunt.
Generally speaking, I might like Brown the best, but this matchup is tough for him this week, and it's actually a really good matchup for Hunt. So, yeah, let's go Hunt this week. And no problems, Steady. You are awesome. You are awesome for being here. Appreciate you. All right. Let's do it then. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.